Welcome back in. Another quick crypto predictive programming show with Spaceman 2.0 about the Antichrist. Is he the one? Will it be William, like Spaceman was saying? Gary Bell on A View from Space? Or will it be his brother who always is showing the Freemasonic fraternity signs? I should say his half-brother because he is from a different father of William. He's not from Prince Charles, he's from someone else, maybe a Merovingian. So, having said that, thinking that he was going to be the Antichrist, I showed that in the last one of my last episodes. So, one of the prophecies says that who signs the peace treaty between Palestine and Israel for 7 years is the Antichrist. Supposedly, the most important peace treaty was signed on September 13th, 1993. And the signatories was the Israeli Prime Minister and the chairman of the PLO at that time, Yasser Arafat, and Rabin, who was Israel's Prime Minister. The signing was presided over by U.S. President Bill Clinton, who stood between the two leaders, so he never signed anything. Now, according to biblical prophecy, particularly Daniel 9:27, the Antichrist will sign a 7-year peace covenant, often referred to as a peace treaty with Israel, not with Palestine. The covenant is confirmed with many, interpreted by most end-time scholars as the nation of Israel. The Antichrist will break this covenant in the middle of the 7-year period, marking the beginning of the Great Tribulation. A treaty is not described as a peace deal between Israel and Palestine. In the Bible, it's a political and military alliance between the Antichrist and Israel. Very interesting. Okay, so the Abraham Accords were not considered a peace deal, okay? And do not involve the Antichrist or the rebuilding of the third temple. So the third temple is also another sign of the Antichrist coming in. So this is saying the prophecy refers to a covenant between the Antichrist and Israel, not with Palestine. It can get quite confusing in who is the Antichrist if he has to sign a peace deal between Israel and the Antichrist or Israel and Palestine. Who knows? So President Trump brokered a peace agreement between Israel and Hamas on October 13th, 2025. Gaza peace plan. I wonder what peace means in their mind. Because peace is a military term that's basically referred to as a break from military violence, in a sense. Our Canadian Prime Minister, Mark Carney, just said that our relationship with China has set us up well for the New World Order. We know China's communist, so are we now working with communists as our main thing? So, a ceasefire effective October 10th. I don't know if that really happened because a lot of people have died since then. But the second phase of the plan was announced on January 14, 2026 by U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, signaling the start of a broader regional normalization efforts. Oh, normalizing no aid allowed into Gaza, I guess. So there is Trump signing the peace deal between Hamas, but that was 3 months ago. So look at this chart when they make money. Are they going along with this? The 2026 is one of the highest amounts. Things are coming to a high prices, so sell because things are going down to 2032. So 2026 to 2032 is 7 years. So if he signs it basically a month ago or 2 months ago and it's going up until 2032, that's a 7-year. 3 years is 26, 27, 28. So in 2029, same as 1918, 1920 stock market crash. Is that what's going to take place? I don't know. I continued this on for another 100 years or so for my posterity so they can know it. Will they follow this chart? Good time to buy stocks at the low. Good time to sell at the high, and then that's another high peak.
I said, this is our first Jewish president. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two, not consecutive. I was up here, and I said, this is our first Jewish president. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two, not consecutive presidencies. We thank you. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, this is our first Jewish president.
So my question to you is, did he sign a peace treaty between Palestine and Israel, or a peace treaty between him and Israel? Let's just take a second look.
Israel, hold on. And these people do like Israel, hold on. And he loves Israel too. It's true. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, this is our first Jewish president. Up here, and I said, this is our first Jewish president. It's true. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two, not consecutive. And I said, this is our first Jewish president. It's true. Now he's the first.
So who's going to be the Antichrist? William, Harry, or